What if I told you that the very ground beneath our feet, the air we breathe, and the water that sustains us are all whispering a profound truth we can no longer afford to ignore? It's a truth about our planet, about our place within it, and about an urgent call to action that is now echoing across the globe. Welcome to the Ecological Awakening. This isn't just another environmental warning. It's a fundamental shift in perception, a collective realization that our modern way of life is on a collision course with nature's limits. For decades, the signs were there, subtle at first, then increasingly stark. Now, they are undeniable, prompting a worldwide awakening. For centuries, humanity viewed nature as an endless resource, a vast storehouse to be plundered for progress. The Industrial Revolution, while a marvel of human ingenuity, also set us on a path of unprecedented consumption and waste, treating the planet's intricate systems as mere backdrops to our ambition. We rarely considered the long-term cost, but the sheer scale of our impact has pushed planetary systems to their breaking point. From melting ice caps to polluted oceans, from rampant deforestation to disappearing species, the feedback loops are closing in. We are witnessing, in real time, the consequences of generations of ecological oversight. The planet is reacting. Perhaps the most widely recognized symptom of this crisis is climate change. Global temperatures are steadily rising, fueled by greenhouse gas emissions from human activities. This isn't just about hotter summers. It's about a fundamental disruption to the Earth's delicate climate balance, with far-reaching and dangerous implications for everyone. The evidence is all around us: more frequent and intense heat waves, devastating wildfires, supercharged hurricanes, and unprecedented floods. These extreme weather events are no longer anomalies. They are becoming the new normal, impacting communities worldwide, displacing populations, and causing immense economic and human suffering. It's a stark reminder. Beyond the atmosphere, our oceans are bearing a heavy burden. They absorb a significant portion of the excess carbon dioxide, leading to ocean acidification. This silent killer threatens marine life, particularly coral reefs and shellfish, disrupting entire food chains and imperiling the very biodiversity that supports our planetary health. It's an invisible threat. The planet's rich tapestry of life is unraveling at an alarming rate. Scientists warn we are in the midst of the sixth mass extinction event, driven primarily by habitat destruction, pollution, and climate change. Every species lost weakens ecosystems, diminishing their resilience and our own chances of survival. We are losing irreplaceable treasures. Vast swathes of ancient forests, vital lungs of our planet, are being cleared for agriculture, logging, and development. This not only releases stored carbon, but also destroys critical habitats for countless species, pushing them closer to the brink. Our relentless expansion comes at a catastrophic cost to the natural world and its inhabitants. Our disposable culture has birthed a plastic crisis of epic proportions. From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, plastic waste chokes marine life, contaminates soil, and even enters our food chain. It's a persistent pollutant, breaking down into microplastics that pose unknown risks to human health and ecosystems alike. A global problem. Beyond plastic, air pollution from industrial emissions and vehicle exhaust silently contributes to millions of premature deaths each year. Rivers and lakes are tainted with industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and untreated sewage, jeopardizing freshwater supplies and harming aquatic ecosystems. Our basic resources are under attack. Freshwater, a seemingly abundant resource, is becoming increasingly scarce in many regions due to over-extraction, pollution, and changing climate patterns. This scarcity fuels conflicts, threatens food security, and displaces communities, highlighting the finite nature of even our most fundamental resources. We are running dry. The very soil that feeds us is being eroded and degraded through intensive farming practices, deforestation, and urbanization. Healthy soil is a living ecosystem, crucial for food production, water filtration, and carbon sequestration. Its loss compromises our ability to feed a growing population. It's a foundational crisis. These environmental crises are not isolated incidents. They are deeply interconnected, forming a complex web of challenges. Climate change exacerbates biodiversity loss, deforestation accelerates soil degradation, and pollution impacts everything. Understanding these links is crucial for finding holistic solutions and averting further damage. It's undeniable. Human activities are the primary drivers of this ecological breakdown. Our consumption patterns, energy choices, agricultural methods, and waste generation have pushed the planet beyond its capacity. Acknowledging this responsibility is the first crucial step towards initiating genuine, transformative change for the future. Yet, amidst the sobering realities, a profound shift is occurring. It's an ecological awakening, a global consciousness stirring from a long slumber. People are no longer just hearing about environmental issues. They are feeling their effects, seeing the urgency, and demanding action. The narrative is finally changing. Scientists, once lone voices in the wilderness, now speak with a unified, unequivocal voice. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, for example, provides irrefutable evidence and stark warnings, guiding policymakers and informing the public. Their detailed research is the bedrock of this awakening, offering clarity amidst complexity. Social media, documentaries, and accessible data have democratized environmental knowledge. More people understand the concepts of carbon footprints, sustainable living, and circular economies. This increased awareness is translating into consumer choices, political pressure, and a growing demand for accountability from industries. It's a global conversation. Perhaps most inspiring is the rise of youth activism. Young people, staring down a future profoundly impacted by ecological collapse, are taking to the streets, demanding immediate and decisive action from world leaders. Figures like Greta Thunberg have galvanized millions, proving that age is no barrier to powerful advocacy. Their voices are loud. The ecological awakening is also fueling an explosion of innovation. Renewable energy technologies, from advanced solar panels to efficient wind turbines, are becoming increasingly affordable and powerful. Breakthroughs in sustainable agriculture, waste management, and carbon capture offer tangible pathways to a greener future. Solutions are emerging. Businesses are recognizing that sustainability is no longer just a nice-to-have, but a crucial component of long-term viability. Environmental, social, and governance criteria are influencing investment decisions, and companies are increasingly pressured by consumers and investors to adopt greener practices. Profit and planet are converging. Governments, albeit sometimes slowly, are responding. International agreements like the Paris Accord, national carbon pricing schemes, and local plastic bans signify a shift in political will. While much more is needed, these legislative changes lay the groundwork for systemic transformations. Policy is beginning to catch up. Why is this awakening so critical now? Because we are approaching planetary tipping points. These are thresholds beyond which certain changes become irreversible, leading to cascading effects that could fundamentally alter Earth's climate and ecosystems. The Amazon rainforest, Arctic ice, and ocean currents are all at risk. Time is running out. The ecological crisis isn't just about polar bears. It directly impacts human health. Air pollution causes respiratory diseases, contaminated water spreads illnesses, and extreme heat leads to heat stroke and dehydration. The destruction of natural habitats can even increase the risk of zoonotic diseases. Our well-being is at stake. Economically, the costs of inaction far outweigh the costs of transitioning to a sustainable future. Climate disasters cause billions in damages, resource scarcity disrupts supply chains, and environmental degradation impacts tourism and agriculture. Investing in green solutions now is a sound economic strategy for resilience and prosperity. It's smart business. Beyond economics and immediate threats, there's a profound ethical dimension. What kind of planet do we wish to leave for future generations? Do we have the right to deplete resources and destabilize ecosystems to this extent? The ecological awakening is also a moral reckoning, urging us to consider our legacy. Our children are watching. Despite the daunting scale of the challenges, this awakening is not about despair. It's about empowerment and possibility. The incredible truth is that we have many of the solutions we need right now. It requires collective will, innovative thinking, and a commitment to transforming our societies and economies. Hope is not lost. At the individual level, simple yet powerful actions make a difference. Reducing consumption, reusing items, and diligent recycling minimize waste. Choosing sustainable products, conserving water, and reducing energy use in our homes all contribute to a smaller environmental footprint. Every conscious choice counts. Beyond the 3Rs, conscious consumption means supporting businesses with strong environmental ethics, buying local and seasonal produce, and opting for durable goods over disposable ones. It's about questioning the need for constant newness and valuing quality and longevity. Our purchasing power has impact. Our diets also play a significant role. Reducing meat and dairy consumption, particularly from industrial farming, can dramatically lower our carbon footprint, conserve water, and reduce land degradation. Embracing more plant-based meals is a powerful individual action with global ecological benefits. Food choices matter. Local communities are fertile ground for ecological action. Community gardens, cleanup drives, local conservation projects, and advocacy for green spaces foster a sense of shared responsibility and measurable impact. Grassroots movements can create powerful ripples of change. Together, we are stronger. Contributing to local conservation efforts, whether through volunteering or donations, helps protect vital ecosystems and wildlife in our own backyards. Preserving wetlands, forests, and natural habitats directly contributes to biodiversity and ecosystem resilience. Small-scale efforts, big impact. Individual actions are crucial, but systemic change requires collective advocacy. Engaging with elected officials, supporting environmental organizations, and voting for policies that prioritize sustainability are vital. Our collective voice can push for stronger regulations and ambitious climate targets. Speak up, make a difference. Supporting businesses committed to ethical and sustainable practices helps shift market forces. Choosing companies that prioritize renewable energy, fair labor, circular economy principles, and transparent supply chains encourages others to follow suit. Our money can be a force for good. Invest wisely. The rapid transition to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal power is perhaps the single most important step. Governments, businesses, and individuals must accelerate this shift, divesting from fossil fuels and investing heavily in clean energy infrastructure. This is the bedrock of a sustainable future. Powering change. While reducing emissions is paramount, technological solutions like carbon capture and storage may play a role in mitigating existing atmospheric carbon. Research and development in this area, alongside natural carbon sequestration through reforestation, offers additional tools in our climate arsenal. Innovative solutions needed. Ultimately, the ecological awakening is about more than just technology and policy. It's a fundamental shift in worldview. It's about recognizing that humanity is not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. Cultivating biophilia, a love for life, fosters a deeper respect for all living things. We are nature. Moving from an anthropocentric, human-centered view to a biocentric, life-centered perspective is key. This shift acknowledges the intrinsic value of all species and ecosystems, not just their utility to humans. It's a profound reevaluation of our place and responsibility on this planet. A new moral compass. Continued education is vital for sustaining this awakening. Teaching environmental literacy in schools, promoting nature-based learning, and fostering a deep understanding of ecological principles will empower future generations to be stewards of the earth. Knowledge cultivates care. Learn, grow, protect. We can also draw profound lessons from indigenous cultures worldwide, many of whom have maintained a harmonious relationship with nature for millennia. Their traditional ecological knowledge offers invaluable insights into sustainable living, resource management, and respecting the interconnectedness of life. Ancient wisdom for modern times. Even as we work to mitigate climate change, we must also build resilience and adapt to the changes already underway. This includes developing climate-resilient infrastructure, protecting vulnerable communities, and restoring ecosystems to help them cope with new conditions. Adapting to a changing world. The transition to a green economy presents enormous opportunities for job creation, innovation, and sustainable prosperity. Investing in renewable energy, circular manufacturing, and ecotourism can build a more equitable and resilient economic future, proving that environmental protection and economic growth are not mutually exclusive. A new path forward. Of course, this awakening faces resistance. Vested interests, misinformation campaigns, and a natural human reluctance to change can slow progress. But the urgency of the crisis and the growing chorus of voices demanding action are steadily eroding these barriers. The momentum for change is building. Push through barriers. So, what is your role in this ecological awakening? It begins with acknowledging the truth, educating yourself, and taking personal responsibility for your impact. Every decision, every choice, no matter how small it seems, contributes to the larger tapestry of change. Be an agent of change. But remember, you are not alone. The power of this awakening lies in its collective nature. When millions of individuals, communities, and organizations act in concert, their combined efforts can create monumental shifts. Together, we can overcome even the most daunting environmental challenges. United we stand. The future is not predetermined. It is a canvas upon which we are actively painting with our choices today. We stand at a critical juncture, with the power to choose a future of ecological balance, human well-being, and thriving biodiversity. Or we can choose a path of continued degradation. The choice is ours. Imagine a world where clean air and water are abundant, where forests flourish, and where species thrive. This isn't a utopian fantasy. It's an achievable future if we collectively embrace this ecological awakening and act decisively. What legacy do we want to leave behind for those who come after us? A vibrant Earth. This ecological awakening is not a burden, it's an invitation. An invitation to reconnect with nature, to innovate, to collaborate, and to build a more just and sustainable world. It's a chance to redefine what progress truly means, moving beyond mere economic growth to genuine planetary well-being. Embrace the change. Ignoring this awakening is no longer an option. The signs are too clear, the consequences too dire. Our planet is resilient, but its patience is not infinite. This is humanity's moment to rise to the occasion, to listen to the whispers of the earth, and to act with courage and conviction. The time is now. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the ecological awakening. May it inspire you to be a part of the solution in your own unique way. Let's continue to learn, advocate, and act, ensuring that the ecological awakening becomes a lasting transformation, securing a healthy planet for all. Your actions matter. Join us